This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Cajun country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a team from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Raging Cajuns ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Rice Owls offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Defense wants to bring the heat. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's chat just a little about Rice. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
The Raging Cajuns offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
They're setting up the screen. He's loose. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense because on 4th down, they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
They'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He'll try the left side. Can't get him to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's caught. It's Perry. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the Raging Cajuns are on the move. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
No doubt, and when you're playing cover 2, you got 2 safeties deep that account for the whole field, right? I got half the field, you got half the field. So they do a great job. You have to see and have good vision on the quarterback. You got to make sure you're breaking on the football. How about the strong safety spinning down, doing a good job seeing the ball and going and getting it.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Makes the catch. It's Jensen. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robertson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game. Might
be calling a hot route. trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft...
Wide open spaces. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The give to the fullback. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll go to the ground. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Howard. Fires to the middle. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. On the run, it's Jackson. It's a running room. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
The counterplay is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Got a man, it's Perry. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver, and you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
To the air, it's Howard. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Catch in the middle. It's Robertson. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7. The Raging Cajuns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Back's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Touchdown, Raging Cajun! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, third and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. He might want another play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Toss to the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Motion from the wideout. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
With the catch, it's Davis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. Just trying to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Inside the 35. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Here's a heat. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Howard. Fires left. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Got out of trouble and throws. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far, whether it's been pass pro, bad.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Louisiana. The defense putting points on the board.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll try the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
First down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass the...
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 21 over the Groupers. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back? Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch near the 50. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Unloads it left. Makes the grab.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Raging Cajuns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Cajuns! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Sets up the screen. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Now the toss. Finding open areas. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. And the Raging Cajuns are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because
he hurls one deep down the left side. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. First play of the drive comes from the 38. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes the grab. It's Robertson. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. The give to Davis. He has the first and still on his feet. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. And the Raging Cajuns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Off the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Well, Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And the Owls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive. Going for it all. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Howard. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Sticks it in his belly. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Here's a throw downfield late. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. first game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.